Hey everyone, it's Jared here, and I'm doing this video as sort of a follow-up to the video I did going over my Renowned Pictures collection. And I wanted to do a few more videos, like going over releases that I have from certain labels. And today, as you'll know if you saw the title, today I'm going to be going over my Warner Archive collection. Yes, I quite like the titles that they've put out. I do have 4 of them. They kind of put out sort of more niche Warner Brothers titles, and yeah, I do generally like these releases. Now, for a while, we didn't have it in the UK. It was something that they had in America, but more recently, they have started doing Warner Archive releases in the UK. So I have 4 Warner Archive releases, and 2 of them are American imports, and the other 2 are British releases. But the thing is, even with the 2 that are American, they are region free, so they work completely fine for me. So, and it generally seems like that's what they were. So even if they didn't start doing Warner Archives in the UK, I'd still be able to watch them. I mean, I assume most of them, the American ones, were region free anyway. And the UK ones that I have, I think they're region free as well. So in the video that I already filmed, I only remembered to show the Warner Archive releases that I have on Blu-ray, but I forgot that I actually do own one on DVD. Yes. Yeah, I guess, yeah, the reason I forgot was because I was thinking that I only had them on Blu-ray. But I guess another reason could be because I don't like this film as much. I mean, the ones I will say, the ones that I have on Blu-ray, they're all films that I like more than this one, although I don't necessarily hate this film. So this is General Spanky. This was the only feature-length Our Gang movie that Hal Roach ever made, as it says there. Um, so yeah, I'm a big fan of the Our Gang shorts, also known as The Little Rascals, and you know, this film is not exactly great. I mean, I think it's kind of an okay movie, but sometimes it's a bit boring, and it does have some problematic elements in it. But I mean, I do think the child actors, they're still fun and entertaining to watch in this. I haven't watched it in a while though, but yeah, I remember it being kind of an okay movie. Yeah, but I will say, with it being the only feature-length Our Gang movie, it is a very significant part. It is a very significant and interesting part of Our Gang history, so I'm very happy to have it in my collection for that reason. So the first one I'll show is The Great Race. Now, I absolutely love this movie. This, for me, has to be my favorite movie of all time. Yes, really. I absolutely love this movie. It's just so much fun. It stars great actors like Jack Lemmon as the great Professor Fate, and you have Tony Curtis, Natalie Wood, directed by the great Blake Edwards. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. This movie actually inspired the cartoon Wacky Races, so it is significant for that reason. And it does have some cool special features on it. If it will focus, like it's got a behind the scenes. It's got a behind the scenes with Blake Edwards and the Great Race. So that's like a vintage documentary from in like 1965 when the movie was being made. And it also has the theatrical trailer. Both of those are really cool to see. And it's very interesting in the trailer is they actually show clips from other movies that the actors have been in, and it's like you enjoyed them in this, but you've never seen them as funny, or whatever. You've never seen them as funny as they are in this movie, which that was quite interesting. I don't think I've ever really seen other trailers that have shown clips from unrelated movies that have the same actors in them. So that was very interesting. It's just a great movie. I'm glad to have this. It would be cool if it had more special features. If it had like a commentary on it, I think that would be cool. But yeah, I am definitely very happy to have this in my collection. Love this movie so much. And yeah. Next one I'll show is Cats Don't Dance. Now, this is a movie I do really like. It's set in like the 1930s, and it's a great tribute to the golden age of cinema, really. If you love animated movies, and if you love um, if you find like the golden age of Hollywood interesting, this is the movie for you, really. And yeah, what's cool on here is it does have a special features. It does have the original trailer, but it also has some Looney Tunes shorts that are related to Hollywood or like show business, which is cool because they fit the theme of this movie. Yeah, I just really, yeah, it's just such a fun movie as well. And I do love how yeah, the villain of the movie, Darla Dimple, she's basically an evil version of Shirley Temple, and I love her. She has this like giant like henchman. Yeah, she just has this um yeah, giant bodyguard or henchman. Yeah, it, it's just absurd, but it is hilarious. So yeah, I just really love this movie. So those were the two that I have that are American imports. Now I'll get on to the two that are UK releases. First off, we have One Crazy Summer. So yeah, I think this is a pretty funny movie. The main reason I was interested in checking this out is because I met two of the actors in this movie at the Comic Con I went to last year. Those actors were Bobcat Goldthwait, who's mentioned there, and also Mark Metcalf. Both of them were really nice as well when I met them, and I do really enjoy their performances as well in various things that they've been in. Yeah, I do think this is pretty funny. Special features, it does have the original trailer, which is fun. There is a scene in the movie where Bobcat Goldthwait runs around like dressed as Godzilla, and the theatrical trailer they have him speaking to the audience wearing the Godzilla suit, which was fun. And it does also have a commentary on it, which I've yet to listen to, but I will definitely get around to it at some point. So the people on the commentary are Curtis Armstrong, Bobcat Goldthwait, and the writer and director Savage Steve Holland, which I will definitely listen to that, mainly for Bobcat Goldthwait, because I do always enjoy hearing him speak. When he's out of character, he does do like the voice, the funny voice that he was known for back then. He's retired doing that voice now, but yeah, when he's out of character and he's not doing that voice, I always find him interesting to listen to, including when I've met him in person. Yeah, when I met him, yeah, he was great to talk to. I got along with him well, and I also really enjoyed the Police Academy panel that he was part of at that convention. Yeah, and also I always really enjoy listening to him in interviews or on podcasts and such. So I will definitely listen to it for him. And I'm sure the other two people who are on that commentary will hopefully be interesting to listen to as well. Then the final one I got was Corvette Summer. This was a movie that Mark Hamill did right after Star Wars, but I think it didn't do that well. And it does have Annie Potts in it as well, who would later be in like Ghostbusters, of course. I mean, I think this is a decent film. It's obviously not as good as Star Wars, which Mark Hamill did right before this. And funnily enough, this movie also reminded me a lot of American Graffiti, which is another George Lucas movie. So yeah, of course, I would say Star Wars and American Graffiti are better than this, but I thought this was all right. I did like the twist later on. Mark Hamill's quite enjoyable in it, although it was kind of a bit odd seeing him playing like this teenager, like in this like in like the regular world when I'm used to seeing him acting in Star Wars. Um, but yeah, not a bad film in my opinion. It doesn't seem to mention the special features on here, but I do remember it had the original theatrical trailer on there, and I do remember it said like starring Mark Hamill, who you loved in Star Wars. So yeah, I guess they were banking off that. Although they may have, I said when I showed The Great Race, I said I don't know if I've ever seen a trailer show clips from an unrelated movie that has the same actor in it. Now that I think, I mean, actually, I don't think they showed clips of Star Wars in the trailer for this, but there's a part of my brain that thinks maybe they did. But I'm also, yeah, mainly thinking they probably didn't, because this was released by Warner Brothers, whereas Star Wars was by Fox. But yeah, part of my brain kind of thinks maybe they did that. But I'm probably remembering wrongly. Yeah. So yeah, I think Great Race is probably the only time that I've seen that done. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, I'll ask, do you have any Warner Archive releases in your collection? If so, what films? Or have you even seen some of the films that I showed here? It'd be nice to hear your thoughts on them. And yeah, I am planning another video like this, going over my collection of releases from a certain label. So yeah, hopefully you'll watch that as well. Something I'd like to mention is that in the comments of the original upload, the one where I just showed the Blu-rays and I forgot to show the DVD, Kermit's Ghost pointed out that a lot of the American Warner Archive releases were put out in the UK by as part of the HMV Premium label, which that is something worth noting. I do have quite a few of the HMV Premiums. Yeah, they are pretty cool. I do like them. I don't think they're making them anymore, sadly, but yeah. At first it seemed like they were just putting out Warner Brothers titles, but then later they started putting out stuff that's owned by other studios. So yeah, I did do a video on my HMV Premium collection ages ago, but I have thought about doing an updated one because I have bought some more since then. So yeah, look out for that, guys. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching this video, and take care, guys. Bye.